when I was working with mentally handicapped, they had different people at different degrees of intellect and physical ability. There was one guy there, those things were inversely proportionate. He was about 6'2", and I diagnosed him with acromegaly. He was thin, just like Abraham Lincoln, tall and thin. And there are plenty of stories about Abraham Lincoln being very strong. And so this guy had that. We'll call him Junior. Anybody's a junior, right? I'm not telling you where I worked, so there's that. But I read his file because he's a guy that would come at you going, "Ma!" He'd just come, he'd attack at any time, and he'd strangle, and And if you were driving him somewhere and he was in the back seat, the one time he reached around and was strangling me from behind, and I was like, ah. And, well, I was able to get out of there because I, too, am lanky and strong. I just don't have the big knuckles. Well, that one, I broke that one. Didn't break it. Put it back in place, but it came back weird. I used to have George Costanza hand modeling hands until that happened. Turned it right sideways. I've seen it once before. It was in the cop show with the big guy and Kevin Hart. It was exactly that. But I'm just saying. I'm lean, lanky, and strong. I've heard it before. People have cried telling me how strong I am. Once a guy puked blood while begging me to quit. Anyway, so I'm okay. But he comes. This guy attacks. And as it turns out, I read his file because I had access to that stuff. And it says that as a 4-month-old infant, he got a fever that lasted 6 months. And what does a fever do? That heat fries brain cells. So this guy, and he could walk, and he never developed beyond an infant mentality. So this is what you got. You put a baby inside an adult body. That's why babies are small, so they're less dangerous to their keepers. You put the brain of a baby in an adult body with strength. That kind of strength. Ma! I was okay because, well, of course, I told you, I'm fairly strong. But I also have at least an average IQ. So that made me better in a fight, too. Add that to my military combat tactical fighting skills, which I have. And I'm pretty good at adapting too. Look, Jeet Kune Do, I read his book. I know all his secrets. So this is what you got. You got this one guy disrupting everything, attacking everybody around. The only way you could keep him quiet, his keeper at the AFC Adult Foster Care Home said, was you just give him a 6-pack of beer, and he'd drink that, and he'd go pull trees out of the ground in the woods. That was the only way to keep him calm. It sounds like someone I know. And look, there it is. That's my brain. Not my brain. It's mine. And so we see this fever created this monster that was dangerous to everybody around him. Unless you could fucking take him. Back off, bitch. Why do I tell you all this? It's because, well, I looked it up, and measles, one of the symptoms of measles is fever. And I said, what is not the incubation period, that's 7 days, like 7 days, the incubation period before you even know you have it. But the active illness stage of the sickness, it has a fever for several weeks. So, okay, other symptoms, diarrhea, aching muscles, shit like that. And the pox, whatever, copulous pox or something. I don't remember what that was called. I didn't write it down, and it wasn't my aim. I was looking for the fever. Lasts several weeks. So all of you people that aren't afraid of an old disease that we've kept under our thumb, the measles is patient. It knows we're going to slip, and it's going to come back and get us, just like Junior. So you people that don't want to get vaccinations, well, you're going to have to build a fucking cage in your house for your babies. You're going to be living with a Junior that's grown up to kill you.